What is up, guys? My Boston84 here, and welcome to part 2 of how I make my videos. As you can see, I have two programs running here. I have, as soon as it pops up here, I have Audacity. As you can see, there's my voice, there's my audio, my voice talking to you. And then I also have Camtasia Studio. I only have Camtasia Studio up right now because I'm recording this, I'm screen capturing this right now. But anyway, minimize that. We're going to go and open up Pinnacle Studio here. Actually, I had it up anyway, but let's go to the importer. And basically see, I have the Camtasia, I have Composite. I don't have S-Video as of yet, which is the unfortunate thing. I had to change the thing here real quick. Super Smash Brothers Bro. Part 1. There we go. And let's go into my settings here. As soon as we go to my settings. Click this little arrow key, menu settings. That's basically what I want to click. As you can see, I have my sharpness pretty low. And in every single capture studio, you need to check your brightness and your contrast. That's the main two things you want to check. See if I have my brightness pretty well. I'll explain that in a minute. Actually, I'll find that now, because in Sony Vegas, it's a lot harder to desharpen the video if it's like really up, because right here it was default. And that is very bad because, well, in Sony Vegas, it's a lot harder to desharpen the video, so I normally keep it pretty low. So that's basically enough about that. I usually keep it right up about there. And then when we switch it from 4x3 16:9, yes, I do realize that the Wii is not a 16:9 system by default. It's in 4:9. I am completely aware of this. I also kind of don't care. So basically enough about that. And that's basically all enough about that. And basically, I'm going to go into something here real quick. To save memory on my computer so that way it doesn't lag, I go open the task manager here. And then as you can see, or if you can kind of see, I know it's kind of hard to see because kind of choppy and all that stuff. As you can see, the studio and the importer taking like a lot of memory on my computer. Look at how much memory they're taking up. It's ridiculous. It's insane. So basically what I'm going to do is I basically to make sure it doesn't lag, I end process for Studio here when we go to the importer. I end process for Studio XE and do that. We'll I end process for Studio, and that's basically, so that way it basically saves the importer. And that's basically enough about that. And I also have not that great of a computer. In fact, here, I'll bring my specs up for you here real quickly. Minimize that here real quick. I'll bring my specs up here. As soon as we minimize that. Sometime today. Yeah, minimize that. See, here are my specs. I don't have that great of a computer. I have 8 gigabytes of RAM, a 64 gigabyte operating system. It's not that good of a computer. Well, it's somewhat good, I would say. But yet, it takes about an hour for like for Pinnacle to even drop 1 frame. I know it's crazy. Basically, that's enough about that. And that's basically all I need to say about that. I should really fix my thing because it's bumping into like my desk here. That. And let's see, I'm on about 3 minutes, but again, I'm gonna be splitting this into like one very long video. It's gonna be like almost 24 minutes, which is gonna be nuts. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to render, and surprisingly, the composite video didn't want to go in. Yeah, I figured out yesterday that it didn't turn on for some reason. I normally do it to 16:9, which is basically what I would normally do it at. And that's basically all enough about that. And basically I have that. That's all good to go. I normally keep my volume, the playback volume, kind of low, especially when I'm doing live commentary. Anyway, I have that. That's all done. And I basically close out the importer, and then I basically just have, or not the importer, studio. I close out the studio, and then I would just have the importer, and then I would do like 2 or 3 episodes at a time, because that's basically enough about that. So, that's basically about it for that part. I have Nico Studio here. I have Audacity up. So I would normally press screen capture right now, which I'm not going to do because the importer will drop frames like crazy. It's also going to make my importer look bad. So I'm going to cut footage and see you guys after recording this video. So I will see you guys in a minute. Okay, now that's done. Now I'm going to show you how to remove noise removal in Audacity. What I'm going to do is select a good region of either blank space or noise. Just basically this. And then I will go to noise removal, go to effect, go to noise removal, and then I will click get noise profile. And then I will select all of it, and then which is basically Control A, select noise removal again, and then press OK. So now it's removing the process, which is going to take quite a while, so what I'm going to do is fast forward and play music over that. So I will see you guys in a minute. Okay, so now that's done. So now let's go and open up Sony Vegas here. I see Sony Vegas Pro 11. So let's let that open up here real quick. Okay, so now that that's done, let me insert another audio track for the audio. And let me see. Oh my god, that's loud. I am so sorry, and I just showed your ears. I'll figure out a way to fix that. Anyway, what I normally do here is normally take down my audio since it's really loud to, come on, 10.6.
Welcome to Let's Play Super Smash.
And I need to find a good place. Because normally when I stay silent, that's normally where the cuts are, and let me zoom in here.
Little tutorial thing, basically.
And see if I find a good spot.
Hello everyone, where you both here? Welcome.
Here it is. Took me quite a bit to find it. So what I would do is press the S key, that normally splits that. And what split does is it basically takes it and then it can get rid of it, pretty much. And then I would normally up my audio to usually around 1.3. And then what I would normally do is, and then I split the clip here because I forgot to stop the video capture right after I did the audio. Anyway, let's do that. Let's hit the delete key. So now, let's do this. Let's get to black screen here, which is, come on, just right about there. So now, but first, before we do that, as you can see, we have black bars here. We go to video pan and crop, and then I basically have, I guess not. I'll have to make one for Brawl, and then we would do, come on, actually, do right about there. Actually, just to make, what I would normally do first, let's go to the default here, is that I would normally do the disable resample, maintain aspect ratio first. This is basically what you want to do in every capture card, which is basically you would go to properties and then you would go to untick maintain aspect ratio. Click the reduce interlace flicker box, and then disable resample. Go to media. We would go video 1. We would go non-progressive scan for the field order, and we would go pixel aspect ratio 1000 square. So there. Now it's got the perfect aspect ratio. See? As you can see, we still have black bars now. That's where the view event pan crop comes in. We would basically, come on, do like that. I know this is somewhat sloppy, but it's working almost. See, about there, and then we'll type in Brawl, and then we click save. that's basically how we do that. Now we do the media effect, I believe. Yes, we do, and then we do brightness contrast. I normally do brightness contrast and color corrector. Now the brightness contrast is basically this. Negative 0.07, negative 0.10, and then we do 0.50. So there we go. Then we save. Color, corrector for videos. Then we hit save. Oh, I gotta do. Then we save. Do this real quick. Then we save. Okay. And then we do the. Go here. Yeah, sorry if you can't see that, but just give me a minute. Go Sony. Or not. Come on, where is it? View effects. Then we would go to color corrector. And then we would hit this here. Now this isn't true for all capture cards, but it's true for the Diamond and the Dazzle, I believe. It loses some saturation in the video, so basically I would do, see if I can remember this. It is 1.194, and then we would save it as color corrector. Put space in between that so that way it's not so confusing. We save it, exit out of that, and then basically, hang on. See, I go blank space. Basically it does that. So now what we do is let's go here. We would go to color corrector for videos. Ow, and that was my dog. We did it very well, Mark. 0.10 and 0.5. Save. Had to make a few quick adjustments to that, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal, I don't think. Now, there we go. Makes it a little bit darker, but I can live with it. So now, basically when I be quiet, it's basically where the cuts are. pretty much. And oh my good lord. Just make sure everything's nice and dandy. Yes, it is. And yeah, I basically had like a error, which was not fun. Anyway, that's basically how I do that. And then we now go to rendering. And this is the best possible settings for YouTube, and I promise you that this is true. So let's go to, I'm gonna make a quick little adjustment. Go videos. Oh my good lord. And we click on expand all options. And then we go custom template. And this is this is the best possible settings for YouTube, and I promise you that this is true. So basically what we would do, audio is set to 384 kilobits, 48,000 millihertz, 16-bit stereo, AAC video, 29.970 frames per second, 1920 by 1080, progressive, 8 millibytes pixel aspect ratio 1000. So basically you would have to do HD 1080p, which is 1920 by 1080, profile high, frame rate 29.970 NSC, which is basically for the United States. I'll also suggest frame rate, non-progressive scan, pixel aspect ratio, number of recent frames 2. The view bit rate is 10,000, and maximum is bits per second is 10,000, and the average is 8,000. 8,000 is not a option on here, so you'll have to type it in. In chord mode, it's basically render using CPU only. Sample rate, which is 48,000 hertz. Bitrate is 384,000. That's the max that YouTube can handle, I believe. And then basically all of this doesn't matter. And then I basically save it as custom YouTube. Yes, YouTube template. And then we press OK. And then we basically one more thing though before I end this off. MP4 basically the file type that YouTube likes the best. YouTube basically also accepts WMVs, but MP4 renders a little faster, and it also uploads a little faster as well. But enough about that. Let's start with the rendering, and that's basically it. So we do the rendering options, and other than that, that should be about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and this will probably go up tomorrow. So other than that, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.